We talk a lot about the Mighty Five national parks in Utah, but I've also heard a lot of folks say, you know what, our state parks, if they were anywhere else, would be national parks.
They are amazing, and there are so many of them. But even in the winter, Antelope Island State Park is still a great place to go out if you want to see some wildlife. And there's also a lot of really cool history there. So we sent news specialist Janae Anderson out to check out all the fun.
That's right, always looking for fun stuff to do this winter, and this one is no exception. We're out here on Antelope Island, actually at Field and Gar Ranch. This is Wendy Wilson. She is the assistant park manager here. Hey, I have never been here. This is the first timer, so for me and other people, what is this?
So the Field and Gar Ranch is a historic site on Antelope Island State Park. It is one of the longest continually inhabited locations in Utah, still on its original foundation. So the ranch house itself was built in 1848. It was used as a ranch, and then over the years it was turned over, but continually used as a ranch until the state purchased the island in 1981.
Wow, so when you come out here, what do you do? Do you just get to tour these different buildings, or what is this?
Yeah, so there's a lot of buildings. And they're all open to the public. You can wander through and look at what's in there and how people lived, back in the day. There's no additional fee to come out to the ranch once you get to the park. There's a self-guided brochure, so you can, look, kind of wander around and read about what happened, how people use the site. You can try lassoing some fake cows out there.
Love it.
And then just look around. There's several interpretive signs and panels that kind of talk about the history. And then there's a lot of wildlife. I don't know if you can hear, but the birds out here are just going crazy.
Got a little bit of chirping, yeah. And so it's actually pretty easy to find. There were signs that kind of guide you to this location from the entrance. If people do want to take part, what do they need to do?
So it's super easy. You just come into the park. It's a $15 day use fee, and then head 11 miles down the east side, and you'll come to the ranch.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Make sure to check it out for yourself. You'll see some bison along the way. Really cool place. Send it back to you. That's right, the wildlife spotting is in no short supply here on Antelope Island. We've seen bison, there's some behind me, we've got a porcupine to the side of me. I'm joined now with Wendy Wilson. She is the assistant park manager. Okay, spotting porcupine, because it wasn't even something on my radar.
Right.
When is the best time to do this?
So they are active year-round, but winter is the best time to see them because they do tend to climb up into the trees in the winter. Grasses on the ground are kind of gone, so they change their food source, head up into the trees. When there's no leaves on them, they stick out pretty easily like this. And so this is a great time. So right now we're on the east side of Antelope Island. We're about 6 miles down on the ranch road, the east side road. And this is a great place to kind of just drive slowly through these trees, and you'll see these big fluffy guys up there.
He literally just looks like a big brown pom-pom to me.
They're definitely not super fluffy, right? They're porcupines.
Right, exactly. I don't want to get close enough to see that, though. And then you've also got other wildlife all over the island, so what can people expect to see?
Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons people come out here is because the wildlife generally is really easy to see. Of course, we've got the bison, between 500 and 700 of those. Bighorn sheep that are way up high in the mountains. You probably won't see them, but it's kind of cool to know they're here. Mule deer, pronghorn antelope, coyotes, 250 different species of birds. A lot of people come out just for the birding opportunities. So a lot of really cool opportunities and that you can just see from the road. You don't need to get out and hike into the backcountry if you just want to take a drive.
Yeah, I feel like we've only been here for about, 20 minutes, and we've seen a handful of different types of animals, different types of species. So cool. Yeah. If people want to come out, what do they need to do?
So it's the access is through Syracuse, Utah. It's a $15 per vehicle day use fee. Just pay that at the gate, and then everything else is free once you get to the island.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Make sure to come out to Antelope Island, check it out. See if you can spot those porcupine for yourself. Send it back to you. That's right. There's about 40 miles of hiking and biking trails here on Antelope Island. I'm joined now with Wendy Wilson. She is the assistant park manager. We are here at Prairie Peak Trail. This is one of your most popular ones, correct? Tell me a little bit about this hike.
So this hike actually is about 3.5 miles one way, so 7 miles round trip. You gain about 2,000 feet in elevation up to the top of Prairie Peak, which is the highest peak on the island. It's a great trail. Right now, if you hiked it, you'd probably need a little bit of traction up towards the top. But for the most part, most of the trails out here are accessible year-round. We don't get as much snow on the island as we do in the valley, so you can come out here and hike Most of the trails are bikeable. This one isn't bikeable. It's kind of too steep and rocky, but you know, with 40 miles of trails, we've got levels for everybody, from really flat to some nice, good challenges for bikes.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, when it comes to those biking trails, the experience level that's needed. Name one of your easier ones if people want to are looking for a family-friendly biking trail.
So a good family-friendly biking trail would be the Lakeside Loop. It's about a 5-mile loop. There are access points at a couple different spots, so if you didn't want to make the whole loop, you could just do a section of it. And then the Mountain View Trail is also a really good one. It's pretty flat, and it kind of just follows along the whole east side of the island.
Awesome.
So
if people want to try these hiking and biking trails for themselves, what do they need to do?
Yep. So come out to Antelope Island. It's a $15 day use fee. You can check out all the events. We have a lot of events going on out here. You can download maps, hiking trail maps, park maps from our website. It's antelopeisland.utah.gov. And then you can find a lot of information on that website.
Okay, perfect. antelopeisland.utah.gov.
Right.
Okay, guys, make sure you head to that website if you're looking to experience Antelope Island for yourself. Send it back to you.